Hey everyone, in this video we're checking out the Micah Cabin in Ontario, Canada. It's a 20-foot long tiny house on wheels with some unique design features that we really love. It has a double bed on the main floor, which we rarely see in tiny houses, so no climbing up and down the ladder unless you want to sleep in the loft. It has a flip-up table integrated into the kitchen counter, and it has a garage door style window that opens up to create an indoor-outdoor kitchen and dining space. The Micah Cabin is an off-grid rental from Cabinscape, and we're going to meet up with John, the owner and designer, to get a full tour. This video is sponsored by Turo. They're a car-sharing marketplace that helps you borrow cars from local hosts in the city you're traveling to. After the tiny house tour, we'll tell you why we think they're a great alternative, and we'll give you a discount code for your first trip. So stay tuned till the end.
So this is Micah Cabin. We really focus on sort of secluded wilderness spaces. Mica in particular is really, out there, kind of in the middle of the wilderness. It's a true wilderness experience. Some of our cabins are a little bit more accessible, but one of the most important things for us is just that sort of privacy, like feeling, experiencing the outdoors, access to trails, access to paddling, and just being able to kind of get away and unplug for a little bit. It's 20 feet long and 8.5 feet wide, so it's just the right size that you can drive it down the road, basically. It's on wheels, and right now we have it on a foundation, so it's a semi-permanent structure at this point, basically. We're hooked up to water from the lake. We've got a greywater pit behind the cabin, and composting toilet, fully running water, hot water. We've got a nice little sort of relaxation living room area in the front here, so it's got your nice big picture window, so you're able to look out over the lake. Over to this side we have basically a full kitchen, so you've got your sink, you've got a 4-burner stove, we have a small bar fridge underneath, and then lots of storage, so we've got lots of drawers and lots of shelving on the back here. We have a flip-up table here for extra counter space, or you can use it if you want to take the stools and eat. And then there's also the one of our signature things is the garage door. So the garage door opens up and you've got a nice indoor-outdoor bar. So the idea being that you're kind of breaking down the wall between outside and inside, so you can have people kind of hanging out outside at the bar and working in the kitchen, doing your cooking as well. So it's kind of like your island, but it's outdoors as well. On the bottom, we've got a double bed, and up in the loft or bunk bed, you've got a queen bed, so we can sleep up to 4 people comfortably. So it's just a bunk bed style access, so you've got a ladder going up, we've got extra handle here for security, and then you've got your own lights and a little USB outlet to charge from as well. And then we've got basically a small toilet room with the composting toilet. And then there's also outside we've got our outdoor shower. So you do have shower facilities, and like I said, there's hot water. It's an on-demand system, so you've got unlimited hot water, basically all you need, as long as you want to shower. The bathroom is just a small toilet room, basically. We've got a Separett toilet, so that has a urine diversion on it. That's a separate French drain. So the urine diverts to the French drain, which is just kind of in the rear, and then we just compost everything out. So basically just empty the bucket on a regular basis, and we've got a composter over on the other side of the cabin. So fill one up basically. Once it's full, we've got a second one we switch over to, let that compost out, and then spread it out basically, and then switch back to the other one. And all the other gray water goes into a separate greywater pit, which is in the back there. So we're completely off-grid here. We've got 4 panels on the roof giving us 1200 watts. We've got a 3 battery bank underneath the bed. All the mechanical is basically underneath the bed. So everything is wired in 12 volt, all the lights. We've got a couple USB outlets. Furnace, most of the mechanical is all 12 volt. The only thing that's not 12 volt is we've got a 110 volt outlet that the fridge runs off of, the stove just for its igniter, and then we have one outlet here just so that you have access if you need to plug in the computer or charge anything. So pretty much everything to do with heat, the stove, the hot water, and the furnace is all on propane. So we've got a little RV style propane furnace underneath. It's controlled off of the thermostat on the wall. So in the summer, we're pretty much able to go purely off of our solar, but sometimes you get a string of rainy days, or particularly in the winter, it falls a little bit short. So we do have a gas-powered backup generator just behind the cabin that charges the batteries. It doesn't actually run the cabin. And then for all the propane heat, we have 200-pound tanks. So the idea being we run off of one tank, and when it empties out, we're able to switch over to the other tank. That gives us some time to refill that tank, so we can kind of bounce back and forth between them and without running out of supply, basically. I mean, being off-grid is, all the systems are basically the same. So we're still using, we're using a pump to pressurize water. Well, we have power, it's a little bit different, but essentially just, it's a little more maintenance. There's a little more potential for failure. There's a little more that you have to do to keep things running. But I think we've found a really good, sort of method of building. We've kind of figured out the right sort of reliable products to keep things running. We've built a pretty good system at this point of maintenance to minimize that failure. So, with a little bit more work and attention to detail, you can be pretty comfortable off-grid without having to worry too much. So this is Micah Cabin. This is Cabinscape's 8th cabin. My partner Laura and I started just 2 years ago. We were looking for, wilderness, backcountry style experiences that we could bring our 2 kids along with us. It was really hard to find anything like that, so we just started doing it ourselves, basically. So we built our first cabin 2 years ago. We've since kind of built up, we've got some great contractors that work with us. So we design all the cabins, do some hands-on stuff ourselves, but have a great team basically at this point that's building for us. We've been renting out all these cabins year-round. So in the winter, it's a little bit more of a rustic experience. They're all hike-in. We're able to partner with different landowners, so like conservation authorities like this property. It gives us the ability to sort of move in and move out fairly fluidly, so they don't have to commit to permanent structures or permanent building. I love this. This is probably my favorite location at this point, just because it is so rustic. It's so wild. Like, you're a kilometer back, and we have this sort of private lake here. There's nobody else around. You've got great opportunity for swimming. We're close to some really great trails, and this design is just sort of, this is one of our later designs, and we really went sort of full on with like the big picture windows, the full open front. So there's just like the views are just enveloping, and it really gives you that feeling that you're outside when you're inside.
As usual, every time we visit a new tiny house, we get new ideas of how to do things. We hope that checking out this cabin gave you a bit of inspiration, and if you'd like to see it in person, we'll put a link to Cabinscape in the description below. We want to thank Turo again for sponsoring this video. They reached out to us recently, and we're really impressed with the service they're providing. Check out Turo's car sharing service and use our link in the description to get $15 off your first trip. If you haven't already heard of Turo, they've created a car sharing marketplace so that you can borrow a car from a local host in the city you're visiting, which eliminates a lot of the stress of renting a car. The insurance is included, you don't have to wait in line, the prices are really affordable, and you can even choose to have your car delivered to wherever you are, which is pretty amazing. Right now, Turo has cars available in over 5,500 cities across the US, Canada, Germany, and the UK. We also love that there are reviews, so you can make sure you're matched with a reliable host. Check out Turo and download their app for free. It's available on Android and iOS mobile devices. Use our link in the description to get $15 off your first trip, and use our promo code EXPLORE15. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.